Now, next up, he's a runner, he's a track star, and now a new commit to Elon. Please welcome up one of the smartest people I know, Burke Murphy.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Mallory, for that introduction. Baylor has allowed me to explore history, math, science, art, and English, but it has done much more than that. It has developed me to my potential, and although I am hesitant, I know that I am prepared to go out into the world because of the countless hours of effort that have been poured into me by the dedicated faculty that make up the Baylor environment and family. I would like to especially thank Coach Ott for holding me accountable for my summer mileage, Coach Gaither for his blunt honesty and nurturing coaching. I'd like to apologize to Mr. Scott for all the time I've taken from his lunches and planning periods by talking to him about the latest in American politics. I'm sure you'll get a lot done next year. Lastly, I would like to thank my parents and grandparents for giving me the opportunity to meet and learn from these impactful people. All roads lead to Rome. I think of this adage when reading the news or thinking over the various problems facing our world. It seems to me that regardless of the problem that we face, this saying can be applied. The world's main universalizing religions, whether that be Judaism, Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, or the Baha'i faith, all have the same goal: to lead people to a charitable, kind, gracious, and loving life. Which begs the question, if much of the world seeks out this inherently noble and moral way of life, then why do we live in a world that seems to birth more conflict than love? In 2023, we are faced with religious leadership and politicians amassing amazing wealth and deity-like status in the eyes of their followers, contrary to the teachings of benevolence presented in the Bible, Quran, and Torah. It would be easy to point to the perversion of religion for personal gain as the cause of many conflicts. However, the answer cannot be that simple. There must be a deeper cause that pushes the gap between religious ideals and societal behavior to widen. And while I certainly do not have the reason, I think it is important to keep this in mind when going about our daily life. This issue is not solely manifested in the religious sphere. It can be seen in America's political sphere as well. Most Americans have the desire to live in a safe, ordered, vibrant, and prosperous country. However, through idolatry and greed, we are in the grips of the most straining time since the 1960s. While these problems have no simple solutions, we can always strive for a better society. To achieve the societies that major political and religious organizations envision, we must look at each other with love and care and remove the filters that have been placed over our eyes by those who profit from conflict and polarization. We must continue to push hard for results. This year, I read a commentary by John Meacham on a Theodore Parker quote. "The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. Bends, not swerves. But what we can miss in this cold-eyed understanding of history is that the arc won't even bend without devoted Americans pressing for the swerve. So push for the swerve, love, care, and respect each other, and live up to the true meaning of your religion or the belief system that you follow." My beloved mentor, Zabone Patton, once said, "Sometimes you have to yell, sometimes you have to listen." So in the spirit of these wise words, take time to learn from the teachers at Baylor and your classmates with different views. And remember that regardless of your belief system or political affiliation, we are all working towards the same goal of living in a loving, caring, and respectful society. We are just following different paths.